We're with Dodgers reliever Mr. Ryan Brasier. Ryan, first of all, how you feeling this spring?
Good. Excited to get things going.
I think a lot of Dodger fans are excited to have you back in this bullpen. What were the biggest factors for you in making that decision to re-sign with LA?
I mean, honestly, I think from the beginning it's kind of where I wanted to go. And then obviously the additions that that were added throughout the offseason, kind of made it a no-brainer.
Yeah, and you look at last season, of course, Red Sox, not the greatest start. You go with the Dodgers, .7 ERA, one of the best in team history. And there's been a lot of talk about that cutter. How big of a factor was that, using that cutter? And do you think that translates into this season, kind of what you unlocked last year?
Yeah, obviously I hope it translates to this year. But, with the cutter, I think that confidence with lefties and being able to throw more strikes definitely contributed to the success last year.
So those are the two biggest keys, really, the strike throwing, just the command, and mixed with that cutter. And also, kind of when it comes to that cutter, too, how does that make you more effective against lefties?
I think the confidence, after adding the cutter, especially the lefties, just kind of took me somewhere that I never really had gone against lefties. But yeah, having the cutter and able to mix up a different pitch besides just a fastball and a slider definitely opened up some stuff last year.
Yeah, when you look at this bullpen, you guys have so much talent across the board. Why do you think it could be a strength for this team?
That's a good question. I think everybody in our bullpen is, like you said, is super talented, and everybody down there will take the ball, whenever their name is called. So I think more so than just myself, I think that for a whole bullpen, that can speak volumes.
Yeah, as far as your role for this team, big time high leverage guy, but just kind of how do you envision your role for this year?
Same as last year.
Yeah.
Just take the ball whenever they need me to throw, and I think that was one of the things last year that when I got here and saw pretty quick is that everybody gets an opportunity here to to throw meaningful innings and keep games close.
Also, of course, is the reputation for their pitching and development and everything this organization brings. Did it live up to the hype? And aside from just the cutter and things you learned, is there anything we don't know that you learned from this organization that helped you really take it to the next level?
No, not really. But I knew right away that last year after I got released, I had a handful of teams that were trying to bring me in, and Dodgers wanted to call and talk face to face, and immediately start talking about pitching and what they thought I could do to get better, and some things that I could fix with the stuff I already have. Just not the cutter, but it all came together once I got here and started working with these guys.
Awesome. And just kind of last question. So I'm sure you probably had some other offers out there, but how big was it to just join this team with Ohtani and Freddie and just Mookie, all the talent you have here? Did you have other multi-year offers? Did you kind of go back to the Dodgers because of how good of a team they are and you won a chance to win?
I mean, yes and no. I had a lot of other places I could have gone, but ultimately, like I said earlier, the additions that we made, and even if we wouldn't have had last year, whenever the season was over, I told my agent that I want to go back to the Dodgers. Obviously, if that doesn't happen, I understand because it's baseball and things happen, but that was number one choice for sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Ryan Brasier, I'm throwing it out there, elite reliever for Los Angeles Dodgers. Thank you so much for joining us today, Ryan. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it, man. Take it easy.